Hey residents of MeepleTown, today we are in India and we are celebrating the Festival of Colors, celebrating Holi, where we are going to be going around throwing colors on each other, onto the ground, picking up sweets, doing lots of cool things, all to get points. John just lost a point. Let's get to the table and check out Holi. Okay, here is the setup for Holi, and I don't know if you can see this on there, but we each have our little character meeples down in the corners.
We had to do the best we could with the shot here because of the tri-level thing going on, so I think they can see it. It's not the greatest at the moment.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you could see all the way in the corner. Yeah, I think you can. But basically, on our turn, we're each going to start off with one card, and then after our first turn, we're going to be drawing up to 3 cards. On your turn, you are going to do 3 actions. One is mandatory, 2 are optional, and you can do those in any order, but it's moving and moving up a level are the optional ones, and then throwing color is something that you have to do on every turn. And so to do that, you are to throw color, you'll play a card, and if it's a card that has the just the color symbols on there, you're going to pick one of those that represents you, and you're going to throw color into the other 2 locations, and you have to be able to throw the color in those locations. You can also take a card, you can play it face down, and throw a color anywhere on the level that you're on. However, if I played that card on my next turn, I could not then again play another card face down. You can only do 1 card face down in a row. Whew, that's it. That's it. And then we're going to score points by doing that. Now, let me throw a couple of these things out there because we have some changed up rules. Every game you're going to add a, you can do this in however you want. The rule book suggests only adding 1 rule and then 2 scoring cards. So our rule in this one is that when you take a direct hit, or when you direct hit another player, they must give you a sweets token if they have it available, which the person who has the most sweets points is going to get points.
I love that term, sweets.
Sweets? You don't have a lot of games with sweets as a resource, do you?
I've just got hungry.
Is that?
So thank you.
Everything.
Thank you for that.
Everything makes you hungry. You cannot eat these. They are not edible. Although you probably could take candy, put it out there.
Oh, yeah, but then if you ate it, then you wouldn't be able to tell who had the most.
That's probably right.
When I threw this in Dean's face earlier, I was thinking...
It hurt my feelings.
I was thinking of when Mose hit Andy in the face with a basketball that one time. Just went...
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, and when you move, you can move on any location that you want to.
So no offense.
No offense taken. Actually, full offense taken.
We drew the same card.
Is that right? Okay. You can place this in any direction that you want, and so what I will do is I will place my, not sweets token, I'll place my color tokens in those locations, and I'll put this in my discard, and then at the end of my turn, I'll draw up to 3. Now, I moved, and then I played my color.
Yep, so I've got a couple things that I'm thinking is, I do like that you have that, like, you know, double the value.
Oh, I didn't explain those yet.
So we're going to double the value of the points in the corners on each. So these are going to be worth 1 point, 2 point, 3 points at the end of the game. So part of me is like, hey, I throw some in the corner. But then it's only worth an extra 1 point on the first level, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm probably going to do something similar to what Dean did and just throw some shade.
Throw some shade,
How about that? Now I'm going to throw some color over here. I'm going to move a little bit away. I think. Yeah. And then I'm going to, I'm going to do that. There you go.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it, bro.
All right, then I am going to, this is a tricky situation because what I would like to do is when you can surround yourself orthogonally by color tokens, then you can then bump yourself up a level. I actually have an opportunity where I could
just do it,
throw color and do that, but I couldn't move into that spot. So I'd basically be setting John up to be able to do that. And moving up to the next level early on isn't necessarily the best thing anyway because color will fall down if there's no color below that. So, excuse me.
You have to be surrounded by yours or your opponent's color, so you don't have to. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
That's right. Yeah, it doesn't have to just be your color. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to look for an opportunity to pick up some more sweets. So I'll move down here.
And you always are going for the sweets. You're forever trying to go for the sweets, dog.
Why would you not? Right? I mean, when sweets are a resource, you try to get them.
Remember when everybody used to say dog in the 90s?
They don't still do that?
No.
Okay. So I moved. I placed my color tokens here diagonally, which did not set John up to be able to move up to the next level. But we are getting a little bit closer. This is a pretty quick game, by the way.
Yeah.
Right,
So Yeah, I mean, the hard part is, like, I just don't want to keep letting Dean get a ton of sweets. But also, as he said, for me, I don't want to set him up to do something, really powerful. So if I go there, then I could do that. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here and get some more sweets.
Mm-hmm.
Dean beat me last game by having the most sweets.
We've been pretty nice to each other, by the way.
So far.
Oh, man, you really messed me up by doing that, by the way.
Perfect.
Did not like that. All right, so I'm looking for an opportunity to potentially place in the corner. Neither one of us have done that. But like you said, placing in the corner on the bottom level isn't as big of a deal. However, because your colors are going to fall down, somebody's going to have to place them on the bottom level at some point.
That's correct.
The crazy thing is, I just don't have the cards that I need that will let me do that. Let's see. I could move.
Going for a direct hit. No.
Here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Which is going to set me up maybe for John to potentially hit me. But I'm going to move there, hit me with color, and I'm going to place... Look at me not picking up sweets. I'm going to place 3 here.
Open the door for me to take the sweets lead, huh?
That's right. However, I did block that sweet spot right there. You can place color on top of a sweets token, meaning that nobody's going to be able to get that now. What I cannot do is place color onto a location that already has color on there. So that is going to be my turn.
No one wants to eat sweets with a bunch of color thrown all over it. Is that right, Dean?
I would agree with that. I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, depends on what... If it was like smashed up Skittles or,
which could
Starburst or something like that.
So reading in the book, they show that there's lots of different things that they use for the color. Like they use powder, or they might use like some sort of liquid.
Yeah, that's a perfect one for me.
They use sometimes the colored water balloons, but I don't know if colored Skittles was one of the things listed in the rule book as an option.
Never mind, that doesn't work. I looked at it wrong.
Yeah, I have the same card. That's a tricky card to play when there's a lot of stuff out there.
Wow, this is actually kind of... my elephant's down there. It's kind of a tough call at the moment on what to do here. Okay, I think I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to play this, come down here, and then do a direct hit on old Deanie.
Okay.
So I get to place that, and then that is going to hit him. So he has to take my color.
Yep, take his color. So John's going to get a point for that. And then he's also at the end, I'm going to put this, you can't really see this, but it's in my tray.
We can set the trays out.
I guess we could do that. We can't place other people's colors, but if we have other people's colors in our tray at the end, they're going to gain 2 points for the colors they have in my tray. By they, I mean John.
I think our relationship just went to another level. I just threw my color on you.
It's
like maybe an engagement ceremony.
I don't see how that would be an engagement ceremony.
It is.
This is tricky. It is really tricky because I'm still looking for places that I can... Still looking for places that I can move up a level, and we just don't have any out there, do we? There's close where John is.
We've basically both been trying not to set the... Why do I have 3? An extra one. That's the one I just picked up.
I mean, you're supposed to have 3. You have 4.
I have 4. Sorry.
Oh, cheater! That actually, the rulebook says you lose 30 points when you have 4 cards in your hand.
You need me to shuffle that in there.
I'm gonna move there. And...
You just moving mine.
Oh yeah! Look at that. How about that?
Nice.
Actually, that might help me out a little bit. Let's see. I think that if I stay right there, I could place a color there, and I can move over and take some sweets. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play this card, and when I do that, I can place a color token here and here. Now remember, we're also getting 1 point for each color in the largest connected area of your token on a single level, which in that case, it doesn't matter which level. I want to be able to connect those as best I can. Yeah. Neither one of us have a lot of...
It's not bad,
those to get. No, it's not terrible. We just could be doing better, I think. And then I think I'll just move down here and take these sweets tokens, and that will be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, hey, when John hit me, I give him a sweets token. I forgot about that. That's
a new rule.
That's just a rule that comes from the card that's in play.
Yeah. Okay. If I go there.
So actually, this one, some of the cards really encourage you to hit each other a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Would you say this is a mean game? You're thinking.
No, I am. Like, this is like, with all this extra stuff, it's actually kind of thinky.
This can be a thinky game for sure.
And like, I think I'm just about stuck where I'm going to have to just lay one of these down.
Throw one out there.
Yeah. And, which I don't like that. I think this through really quick. If I do that, then I can't do that. If I do that, then I can't do... Oh, I can do that. No, I can't. Can't use that one. And lastly, I can't use that one. So I am now in trouble. Now, remind me again, whenever I lay this down, can I go diagonal or no?
Yeah, so when you lay your card face down, you can place that one token out anywhere on the level that you're on.
Okay, so I'm going to come over here and snake these sweets up. And I'm going to smack you in the face again.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm just going to do it.
I'm going to give you a sweet token for that. There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, there you go. Give me another point, too. Look at all those sweets.
Oh, so you just did that just to throw it at me, not even to try to move up another level. Mm-hmm. That's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. That was just mean. Like, just straight up mean.
I just, like, ran over there and just threw color in your face. And just, like...
Oh, I can't see. That was...
I don't think that might not have been the most efficient move, but...
Here's the thing, I mean...
I got a lot of sweets now.
You do, and you're getting more and more points on that. You're going to get, essentially what you're doing is getting 3 points from those. I would love to hit you as well by doing the same thing, but I also... It's hard for me to pass up. No, there's no place to move up. Yeah. So I would have to... I will make it so that a place is available now to... is that the one I wanted to throw? Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm going to throw color in these two diagonal spots, which sets John up to be able to move up to the next level, which is not what I want to do, but I'm kind of forced to right now, unless I just did what John did and hit him in the face.
That's what I do. Okay, I'm just going to play this, and I'm going to do what Dean said. And because I don't have a lot. There's a lot of things I don't like about me heading up to the next level right now. Like, I'll just tell the truth. Hey, if we win... Yeah, we didn't even give our records. Why do we always forget that?
Oh, yeah. John and I have this competition, if you don't watch the channel very often.
It's 3-3.
That on the year, who has won the most games, and we're all tied up right now. So there's a lot.
There's a lot at stake right now.
There's a lot at stake in this game.
There's a lot at stake. Yeah, I mean, the challenge, there's a couple things that I don't like that's happening right now. But I'm just going to do it anyways. And then I'm going to jump up, so that would be 4 to there.
All right. So you threw before you moved up there then?
I did.
Okay. All right. I don't really know what to do right now. I mean, part of me thinks, well, there's no sense of me moving to like pick up sweets tokens because then, well, I guess I can't move on this turn anyway. So maybe there is an opportunity that I can throw sweets or get some sweets tokens. We didn't mention this at the beginning, but the bottom level, each of those spots that has the sweets tokens has 2. Second level, each one has 1, and then there's none at the top. So that one last space for me to take take 2 sweets tokens wouldn't be awful. But the problem is I don't know where I would then move. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. I think what I'm going to do is I'll just kind of set myself up for next turn. And let me make sure I can do this.
I'm blocking you. You can't Mario me.
That's right. I cannot do that. However, I can... Do I want to do this, though? I can throw 2 tokens out there. That's a tough one. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to play this one face down. And I'm just going to take this token right here, and I'm going to throw it right there.
Wasn't a very good move, Dean.
Like that?
Nope. I mean, yeah, I do, actually. So that... Then I'm throwing a lot of color up on these sweets, but I thought, since Dean took this spot down there, there's only 1 spot in the corner, so I might as well go ahead and get my double points for throwing in the corner there while I can.
Yeah. Now, what does happen, because...
Oh, one did... I'm sorry.
1 falls through. That's right.
My bad.
Sometimes it's tricky because...
The sweets confused me.
That's right. Sweets don't fall through, but the color does, and the color will fall through the sweets tokens. So that can be a little bit tricky.
So if you saw that, there was no color down here, so it had to fall. But it's no big deal. Actually, it didn't matter point-wise for me at that point. I mean, I do lose the contiguous, but I just gained an extra one down there. So actually, I lost a point.
All right, I'm going to move.
And it would have been a point up there, so never mind. I lost 2 points.
You're done, right? Yep.
Who knows?
Okay. What are we? E4. I'm going to move up here. I mean, it's not like it's that difficult to just count one space over, I guess. I'm going to move up there. Now, I can also move right now because all I did is the move up action and not the actual move action. So I think what I probably need to do is start hitting John.
Wow.
If I can do that. So I'm just going to move.
Should be pretty easy at this point, I'm going to guess.
I'm going to move here, and I'm going to play.
A lot of battles at the beginning of rounds can be.
That's right. Yeah, definitely so.
A lot freer.
Okay, so I'll hit John with that token. I'll throw this one here, which is not going to fall through, and then I'll put this one over here, which is also not going to fall through. So 2 of those are going to stay on there.
That's good for you, and you got to
get this to John, and I'll get my first point.
That was worth a lot.
And then John's going to give me a sweet token.
That was worth a decent amount of points there.
Yeah. Now you do have quite the lead on the sweets tokens right now.
Oh boy, this is when I got to get up, y'all.
Old man John.
Well, I got to see what it's easier to see from the top, I think, don't you?
They put these grids on the outside, so you don't have to do that. I will say, though...
I know, I understand.
I will say that can still be kind of difficult.
Yeah.
The font on that for the letters, for some reason, is a little bit tricky to me, but it's not that big of a deal.
Or I could go... Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. All right, so I'm going to play this. Put this guy here, and then go 1... 2,
You gonna hit
3.
me?
Yeah, I thought about throwing this at you again, but I just thought at this point it's just getting mean when we throw it at. But if you were throwing the colors,
oh, you mean actually throwing it at me?
Yeah, if you were throwing it at me, which I would like, then it would be like a fun battle. But because I keep doing it to you, it's like basically bully style at this point, isn't it?
Not basically. It is.
So that's not. I don't want to do that. And those didn't fall. So that was good for me because I was able to hit Dean and have 2 color not fall.
Yeah, I really need to hit John. I might not be able to, but I really need to be able to just because he's getting so far ahead on those switch tokens. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up anyway, but anyway that
I could just say forget it. Yeah, keep battling me for it.
Yeah, I could. You're trying to get in my head right now. Also, the problem is I need to get in the corners too. John did a great job of getting that only one that could have gone out into the corner. The other ones are just going to fall down. Although they'll give you double points on those levels, it still isn't going to be the best thing I need to do. So I think what I'm going to do probably is just go somewhere where I can gain sweets tokens and then potentially look for ways that I can just have color land. I guess that's kind of what I want to do right now. So I'm going to play this card, and I will play... Let's see. I could do that and that. So, well, I guess I would rather take sweets from John.
You would?
Yeah, than to go take one from the board. So I will go there. I'm going to throw a token here, which does not fall through, and then I'll hit John with my other token.
You have to take one of
mine,
mine,
and then he'll give me one of my sweets tokens. Give me one of those sweets tokens there.
But you have to take my star.
Oh, I didn't see that there. My bad. Never mind. Let me redo that.
So
Sorry.
I was wondering why
your dude was blocking that. My bad.
Give me my sweet back.
All right. Let's see. So I will not go and hit John then because that would be crazy.
I didn't think that was a great move.
No, your dude was like in the perfect spot to block it. Normally that doesn't happen, but I should have just turned my head a little bit. All right, so I guess what I'm going to do then is just go up here and take some sweets probably. And I'll keep the card that I had just
You have a hard time giving up going for the sweets, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I could just give up. But, I mean, if I don't need to, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's tough, though, because now I can't play anything there. I'm going to have to play a different card. All because
Why are you... Okay, never mind.
I can't see. Yeah, I had played that card, but I don't think I can do
you're good,
that
bro.
now. Maybe I can. Let's see.
You know what? Instead of
Yeah,
throwing a sweet at you to make up for all this time, I'm going to give you a hug every time.
That's weird.
I am.
All right, I gave myself a point, but I'm taking that back because I didn't actually have that now. All right, so I got a sweet token.
That would be the right thing to do, huh?
I'm going to play the...
Whoa!
And there. There we go. Let me knock the whole board down. And I'm done.
Okay. It's hard to plan your turn when another player's playing because you don't know where they're going to end up and all that jazz. So I am going to play this card, move up her, and I am going to hit Dean again. Oh, wait, it would be that, and that. Oh, gosh, I get confused on these. My bad. Where was that? There? It doesn't really matter, does it? Should I do that just to... No, I shouldn't. Should I do that? I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay. I'm also... so here's an interesting thing that I'm thinking. Is if I can get some to fall, I could make my largest connected area longer down there.
That is true, yeah.
But it's really a wash. Like, I have a thing to do it, but they're worth 2 points up here and only 1 point down there. Actually, no, it wouldn't be, because then they get 2 more points down there. Then I'd also get those. Yeah, okay, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to play this. Oh, my gosh.
No, we're both doing it.
Dude, what in the world?
I don't think we did that at all in our other plays.
No. It's because, all right, so I throw in here and here, which would then immediately drop them down there and there, which now is going to help with my connected thing.
All right, so we...
But wow, I don't have a ton of cards left here. We have...
yeah, and there's not a place...
lot more on that first level than...
That's right. There's not a place yet to move up. Oh, this is really tough. Yeah, there's just not a place to move up yet. So part of me thinks I might even just move over. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of places to throw up top, but that's not necessarily a terrible thing. I'm going to move here. I think I am going to give up on the Sweets token probably for the opportunity to be able to just move up before John does, so I can start for the rest of the game throw my color at the top level. And maybe even get some corner ones up there because, again, the corner pieces are going to be double the value. So if I can potentially move over,
be worth 6 points
over to that space. So, but I also am running out of color, both of us. I mean, like you said. So I'm just going to throw a token right there. I had moved, and then I will move up on that turn. That's going to be my turn.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yep. So I'm tempted to do what Dean did on his other turn, is just to kind of, go over here so I can plan to move up, which is probably what I'll do. Probably. I just got to think through how I can throw this stuff there and there. Man, I would really like... But if I could go there and there, it'd make that a little longer. I'd really like to get some more contiguous stuffs, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That would help, because I could just go there. Okay, I'm going to play this, and because it won't fall through right now, so it would go diagonal. Actually, it won't help. Because it would be there, and there instead of there. Sorry. If I played this, then that wouldn't help either, because then it would be... Okay, so I guess I'll play the one I was thinking about playing originally. So if I play this, sometimes it's easy to mess this up, isn't it, Dean? Mm-hmm. So this would be, if I was here, then I would throw one here and then throw one there, so I can't do that. So what was the plan that I was going to do? Oh, I think that was it. So I was going to go, it's a blank there, and then I throw there. That's right, because of the spot, so that doesn't help me with that either. So these things that I'm trying to do to give myself a more contiguous line, I mean, I'll end up with 3 instead of 2. Lottie da.
Yeah, and the likelihood of you beating your score at the bottom is going to be...
Because that didn't fall
pretty
through.
low.
This one actually falls through, though. Dang
it did, yeah.
So that really... just whatever, let's just go.
Still a point. The point is a point, right?
At this point.
I'd love to just hang out in this
points.
spot so you're kind of stuck down there. But I can't. I need to be able to get this. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the best thing, but it won't be the worst thing either. Let me make sure I'm doing this right.
There's going to be a lot of stuff falling through.
That's right.
With that just jumping up after not much on that second.
Surprisingly, these actually will both stay up, I think, if I did this right.
It's good for you.
So, based on the one that you just threw, by the way, did you just throw this one right here?
Sorry, I was just trying to make sure we're good on our video, bro.
Oh, did you just throw that one right there?
Yeah.
That helped me out a lot, actually.
Oh, great.
So, I'm going to take that, throw it there, and then I'm going to throw this one here, and that will stay up there. So, that did help out a lot. That's getting me 3 points and then 6 points for that one right there.
Okay.
One thing we didn't mention is, you can direct hit somebody, and I don't know if this is going to happen. That's why I want to explain it now. If I was like right here, and that would have fallen through, and it would have fallen through and hit John in the head. That doesn't count as a direct hit as far as getting the point when you throw it. However, the color token still does go to that person.
So, Dean getting that spot was pretty big because there's no other spots to go in the corner, which is a 6-pointer. That's pretty huge. So, it's like a deer, like a 6-point deer.
How? Is it like
I'm not a hunter, so someone I just said that. Sometimes I just say things. All right, I'm just going to drop these 2 colors there. So, all right.
Yeah, right now, just getting color to stick.
A little bit of a color grab.
Is kind of important. And like John had already mentioned, there's not a whole lot of places that you can place. John placed in a really good spot because that's, kind of it. I'm looking down here and I'm seeing these 2 tokens here. If I can place those there, that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
I don't see how you don't stand up.
What's that?
I don't see how you can't, like, you just are okay with looking at the numbers, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I need to...
And letters. Oh, wait. Yeah, numbers and letters.
All right, I'm going to move. I think I can... Sometimes the card can be kind of tricky to know, like, where I'm placing this. So I think I need to be at C3. C3, is that right? C3PO, that's right. And then what I'll do is I'll take
C3PO.
Oh, that's no. It won't fall down too. So I'll take this and put it here, here, and here. This one will actually fall through to go to that level. And I only have one more color token. And can't draw any more cards. So the next turn will be my last turn for sure. You can, in this game, by the way, if John has lots of color tokens and lots of cards to still play towards the end of the game, then he can still play even if I'm done. So he might have a couple turns after me. But it looks like we're probably going to end at the same time.
Do you know what there's a gangsta robot on Star Wars that is a droid, and his name is C3PO. You know what I'm saying? I just came up with that right then.
Yeah, but you can go
classic.
Like, IG-88 would make like more thematic sense probably.
No. So this one is going to fall all the way to the bottom.
Oh, but it does add.
It does add onto that, and then I do hit Dean.
Yeah.
With that,
you're getting a lot of points from hitting me.
Oh wait, I got one more laying around.
I really have.
Okay. So I'm gonna have one more turn. You are too.
What? You're just hiding tokens.
It was just laying right there.
Yeah, I only have one more to be able to play. If I give this to, there's no point of me not hitting John. He's gonna probably go back and do the same thing. Yeah, because there's no corner piece that I can play in. It would just fall all the way down to the bottom. And, well, actually, now that I think about it, if I took this and I threw it all the way down to the bottom, that would give me 2 points plus an additional point on there, which would be 3. But I'm going to get 3 points from hitting John, and that's it. Like, it's not really going to hurt him at all.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'll do. I'm just going to come over here. And then, no, because that could actually help you. I'm just going to hit you with that. So play that face down. I'll hit you with that. It's going to give me 1 point. And then I'll take a sweet token, although it's not going to make a difference because you have so many more sweet tokens than me.
Not really, though. I mean, it's not that much more. I think it's like 1, so I have 7 to 6 now.
Yeah.
But
the game's over.
8.
Like, I don't have any more.
There's nothing you can do. Yeah, so I'm going to go down here. And if I only have one left, I get to choose which one, right?
What's that?
If I only have one left, I get to choose where it goes.
Well, yeah, because you would play well, maybe. So if you had already played your last card face down, then you couldn't then play another card face down on top of that. So
I can go here and score 3 points. Or I can hit Dean, and it's
3 points.
Basically 3 points. So I'll just be nice.
You can't say that you're going to be nice after you hit me 4 times.
That's what I do.
The game. Oh, by the way, you hit me 4 and didn't take that. I'm pretty sure
I did, and take the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
I do. It's what I like to do really mean things and then try to make up for it at the end, and it doesn't work in life. That doesn't work, does it?
It does not. All right, so now we're going to do the score. I'm just going to look through the rule book to make sure we don't miss anything.
You can't punch someone in the face and then try to kiss them afterwards.
You're going to get 1 point per bottom level that we have.
Oh, no.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 12. I did get 12 on that one, which is
Oh, never mind. I was going to calculate it. Sorry, I forgot we had a scoreboard.
Yep.
So we're not doing anything besides just counting them, right?
Yeah, we're just going to do that
3,
bottom level.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could have just said 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's mine, right? Yeah.
You got 12 on that?
Yeah, those colors
We both got 12.
are kind of similar, you know?
Yeah, they can be. Some of your
shady.
yellow ones can be a little redder.
Some of the yellow ones are really different. Okay.
Yeah. All right, then second level, we're going to get 2 points for each of those.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
12. Now we're all tied.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to matter. Maybe, because I'm going to whip you. And then, just kidding. Top level, we're going to get 3 for those.
3, 6,
you have
9, 12.
3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, we both have 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to go up to 38 points. Next thing we're going to do is 2 for each color token in the other player's supply. So John's going to get 8 on that, and I'm only going to get 6. Yeah, so
it's a close one, though.
8 and 6. Next thing is going to be 5 for John. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets that because he had, in a 2-player game, that's how it works. You're just going to get whoever has the most. But it's actually 5 for each player with the fewest switch tokens. So if you have more players, you actually could get more points that way. You can get a lot of points.
Lots of points.
And then the last thing is going to be from these cards. 1 point for each color token in the largest connected area. I think I've just gotten 8 of those.
I have 10 on the first one.
Okay, John's going to have 10. I'm going to have 8. Okay. And then the other one is going to be double the value.
We didn't do the connected on top too, right? Or that's just on one single level.
Yeah, on one.
You don't do every single level.
No. You
just
do
my
one
bad.
level.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good for me then. I guess. I don't know. Same.
I think it'd probably be about the same.
Yeah. Okay.
And then double the value of the color tokens on corner spaces. That'll give me 6, and it's going to give me 4.
Do you double that, or is it when you originally count them? Do you double them?
No, because you do the scorings at the very end. So
you get another. On top of getting 6 points, you're actually getting 9 points. You sure about that?
Double the value of the color tokens on corner spaces. So no, you would just get the additional points.
That's what I was thinking.
I actually didn't give myself the points. You don't give yourself the points for those until that last scoring phase anyway. So basically, we could have done that.
My bad. I did that then. So I need to erase that. So I need to get 2 points for this one because I already gave myself 2 points.
Okay.
And I need to get. That's it.
We could have done that. So this one, I'm just going to get 3. And that one, I'm going to get an additional point. So I'm just going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Because I already counted that. You could have done this with the normal scoring on the level whenever we did the corners. All right, so that's going to be John.
John wins.
That's right. John's going to have 63. I'm going to have 56. Way to go. Well done.
Look at this. We didn't hold the box up once, I don't think, and we just left it sitting sideways.
Yeah, because we want people to see the side of the box.
That's not good.
That's a good transition into the art and components. You want to keep that up there?
I'm going to do it the actual way we should have done it a long time ago. That's ridiculous.
Art and components. Tool art. We love Tool, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I love the box cover of this. It's one of the best box covers out there, I think.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is intriguing. Yeah, I like it too. The colors are nice. Yeah, did a really good job on that. This lady looks really nice. Seriously, I just like the way I like the way she looks. It looks good.
Components wise, I can go ahead and since I've started it, I guess.
Go ahead.
I like the components. I like how the cardboard border pieces, they actually stick in there. They're clamped in there, and so they're not going to fall out easily. One of them is a little loose, but it doesn't really matter. But it makes for everything to go in the box much easier because all of these things just slide directly in there. I really like this. I think it's well made. We bumped it a couple times, but the good thing is you got these trays, so even if you bump it, the color tokens aren't going to fall out. But it might just be an annoyance if you're reaching in here specifically or down here, and then you bump those levels. I like the meeples here. Everything I think is really good. The cardboard tokens are just cardboard tokens. It is. John mentioned that some of the colors can be kind of close in the yellow and red. I didn't notice it in the other ones, but mostly in these. You probably can't really see this, but this is the yellow, this is the red.
Yeah.
They're not all the same color, so this one has a little red tint to it. Didn't seem to be that big of a deal.
No, it was just, and I think it's probably worse on the bottom level where there's more shade.
Yeah.
when it's a little bit darker. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Dean. I think
Speaking of throwing shade, you hit
I
me
know.
with that color all the time.
I know. That's how you got to play. I just wanted to win, I guess. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes, I guess. I like the box cover. This is cool. Everything looks fine. Like, I like the little animals. Those are cool. Nice and chunky there. We like stuff that's nice and chunky.
Yep, that's right. That's
it. I mean, yeah. I mean, the cards, the scoreboard's good. They're good. They're good quality. Good. They're fine cards. So there you go.
Yeah. All right. What about the gameplay, John?
You want me to go first, or
Yeah,
you go?
you go.
All right. So y'all, I can get into an abstract game or two. Like I've been getting into abstract games more and more. So the positives in this game, I think. The 3 levels, there's some positives to it because you're like sitting back and you're having to make those decisions and pay attention to like what's below. You can't just look at what's going on up here. You have to be thinking about here. You got to be thinking about what might fall through here. And in addition to that, you're also looking at, basically you're looking at that. You're looking at, can I hit my opponent? Probably. You want to hit him most of the time. And 3 would be, can I pick up some sweets? And you have 3 cards in your hand. So what I like is that I don't think it's like crazy AP in this game because there's some limitations to some of that stuff. But, there could be some.
Definitely. Yeah, they're definitely.
I don't think it's crazy.
No, not at all.
But I guess I like, I like that okay in the game, how you have, kind of thinking those 3 things through. It's not too complex, but there's definitely some things to think about as you're playing. I would guess, maybe the thing I like most about the game is the way that those cards
It's hitting
change.
me with the card.
No, it's just the way those change.
Yeah.
So there's a lot
Yeah,
of there's just a lot of variability in the game because something's going to be worth something from next round. It gives it some more, not next round. Next game is going to have something that's totally different that you can help score, or a little rule that changes in the game. So like that sweets thing, me hitting him a lot was big time because I kept taking his sweets. And I knew that he liked sweets.
I do love the sweets. It's interesting too, like beyond just the variability, it can actually adjust how the game is played because you can have cards that lend to be more aggressive. If John having this card, having this rule card, but also there's a one of the scoring cards that says you get 2 points per sweet at the end, which again like ramps up that aggressiveness even more if you put those together. So like you can adjust that aggressiveness just by having that in there. I think. I asked the question earlier, does this feel like a mean game? I would say there is a lot of player interaction in this game from hitting each other with the color, but I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a fast game. Nothing ever felt mean to me. You know what I mean?
You're just hitting them with color. It's actually a good thing for them. They need to be splashed with color.
No, but you're taking points away from them, so that is...
Yeah, I know.
But it doesn't like feel mean. You know what I mean?
It does. Do I...
like that?
You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah, I think people could get offended by it, though.
Sure.
If you're worried, if you don't like that, not only do you hit them, they score a point, and then now you're stuck with their thing, which is going to give them 2 more points. So, if you're one of those persons that don't like things that are mean player interaction, then you're not going to like this.
That's right. And again, you can adjust it with these.
People still can do it, though.
And you could just play the way that you want to play without doing that anyway, But you're right. I think that there's not any way of like full on eliminating that, unless I missed some of the cards, and I don't think so though. I think I read through all the cards. I don't remember anything being like, that gaining sweets or hitting each other is.
But if you didn't have that, it would be more boring.
Yeah, you would just be doing your own.
You'd just be doing your own thing, looking at sweets and trying to throw color, and so that's why I think to add that, which is good.
Which in that there's a lot of puzzliness to that. Not enough though. I think you need the player interaction for this game to really shine. So
I agree. Well, let me.
Final thoughts.
Well, I was going to say just some negatives.
Okay. Go.
Do you have any negatives?
Yeah, go ahead.
We did pause.
You cover yours.
So here's the thing about this game. I don't want. When you have a board game and you have a big obstruction piece like in the middle of the game, and you're constantly have to look around it and go through like this, and you're like, man, that's just really annoying. I hate to say this about this game, but I kind of feel that while I'm playing this game a lot. And I don't mean to, there's some really cool parts about the game, but right now, yes, I can look down here, but I gotta go to see down here, I've gotta look down here. Or you don't have to stand up, but it's kind of hard to see some of the letters. You have to rise up out of your table, you're kind of doing a lot of this, a lot of that. And I hate that. This is a personal thing. This isn't a flaw to the game. Because I said there's some cool things about there being 3 layers, but personally, it I just don't like it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does it bother you at all?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's just a personal thing. I get tired of moving around and trying to, like, I want to look at everything clearly and not see anything obstructed on the board. And because I'm constantly having to do that, it kind of drives me bonkers. Maybe it's like a weird OCD thing for me. I have some OCD stuff.
Yeah, maybe. That could be. The only thing, and this seems like a very silly thing because when you like actually think about it, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. But the font on these outside borders sometimes can throw me off, and it shouldn't. But it's the A and the E that throw me off because the E is basically an upside down A. But the reality is, obviously the A is not going to be in the middle, but for some reason, like when I'm just trying to figure out where things are, that like immediate thought is that that's an A.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And then I'm looking at it upside down. But I mean, that's a very small gripe.
I kind of wish, and I also kind of wish these were a little bit more pronounced. Like, I know it's like for the picture how it's got, like, but if you had them like really bold, it might be a little easier to see what's going on.
Yeah. But and it depends on, like, some people are going to not even want to look at that border. You're one of those people.
I didn't know. I would, I mean, most of the time I would rather, I mean, whether it is, it's just easier for me to, I feel like go like that than to make sure it's in the right spot. While I'm looking at these cards, spinning them around, trying to make sure that you have it in the right place. Because there's certain moves you can't make moves when you can't throw the color when someone's got color there.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you got it right. And even in the gameplay, I think you probably saw both of us go, "Oh, I can't do that." At least once or twice. Me more than him.
I think the only time was when that one piece was right here and I couldn't see that token. All I had to do is move my head over like a half an inch, but I just didn't see it, and so that kind of threw my turn off. But I don't think that's happened to me at all in all of our any other times that we've been playing this, but. For me, it's not an issue at all. I don't mind looking at the borders and counting those out, or even not even looking at the borders. It just depends on what kind of player you are. Our first game, I would look like from the top down just because I wanted to see what that looked like, but it's not, reasonable to do that. So anyway, I get what you're saying. I don't think that for me it's a frustration at all. I like the table presence enough that it also like kind of overthrows that. So.
I was looking at BGG. My BGG ratings on my phone. I wasn't like texting somebody during the video. So let's go to the final thoughts then.
Go for it.
Okay. So while there is interesting pieces to having 3 layers, like I said in the gameplay, for me it was kind of more of a nuisance to constantly look around, go this. I can't see everything that's going on. Again, that's a me and that's a personal taste. I thought the decisions were okay in the game, like whether to throw color. Like I said, it's not. I like how it limits it. I mean, there's a few things that you're looking at, but then, there's more than that to look at. To pay attention to because the way they fall through, which I like the way they fall through.
Yeah.
But again, I'm kind of having to go. Okay, where am I at? And again, Dean does it different. But okay, let me look at this here, or let me look at these numbers and figure out where that's at. And oh shoot, I messed it up because I was looking at this wrong. And because of that, overall, I hate to say this, for me personally, this game just feels like work. Like I'm just like I just don't really want to play it that much because it's okay. And there's nothing that got me. Just being real. Like for me, and I know people really like this game. That's why I say this. Go watch the gameplay. Mm-hmm. Like I'm one person. Like my opinion might be wrong compared to other people. Like I'm just being real, right? But I didn't find the decisions in conjunction with that kind of to make up for that. Like to make it like, yes, I can't wait to pull this out and play it. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
So that's like, I think it said like average, maybe slightly boring, could really take it or leave it or something like that. That's how I am. I would play it sometimes maybe, but there'd be a lot of other games a lot of other abstract games that I would suggest over it, even though it looks beautiful and has an awesome table presence. Just, I don't know, this really wasn't for me.
Yeah, I would say I didn't mention this in the negative. So, we're not able to get together or haven't been able to get together with a lot of people to play games. So most of what we've done over the last year has been 2-player.
Yeah.
We've only played this at 2-player, and I think this is probably going to be better at really the full player count of 4. I think is probably where this game shines because it's I don't think it's going to add that much more time because you have more time to think in between your turns. I still think it's going to be about a 30 to 45 minute gameplay even with 4 players. That being said, I still have really enjoyed this one. I think this one is a lot of fun. The annoyances that John has, I totally get. And I know where he's coming from.
But it doesn't bother you.
And I recognize that other people are going to have that issue. But for me, that's not an issue at all.
And I recognize people won't have that issue. And so that's why I want to be clear so that you guys y'all can know that some people are going to be like, what are you talking about? I love that. I have to do that.
Yeah, it's just taste, right? We all have different taste, like in sweets.
I was going to say it.
We all have different tastes.
You stole me.
I like this, and I've liked it more and more every time we've played it, I think. I love the I like the puzzly nature of this game. I like the fact that you have to think about 3 dimensions and not just one. And especially if you have a higher player count. Again, we've only played this at 2, but if you have more people, you have to think like, who's below me? If I throw color, is it going to hit them on the head? Doesn't count as a direct hit, but I'll still give them a color, which will help me. I really like that. I think that's really cool. One thing I didn't mention in the negative, and if you've seen us play things like Renature and things like that, there is this element in games sometimes that I don't love, and that's like this delayed thing that happens. So like, if you remember at the beginning of the game, you want to be the first one to jump up a level, but oftentimes it's going to be you're setting somebody else up to be able to move up, and so you're like waiting for that. Who's gonna like?
And that's one of my favorite parts of this game. Probably.
That's right. You love that sort of thing. It's not my favorite in games, but overall, I've really enjoyed this one. I think this is one that I understand why a lot of people do like this one.
Oh yeah,
because of the table presence, because of the approachability. Even adding these doesn't add too much. But it's got enough thinkiness.
If you have someone that's never played this game, don't add those cards. Let's play through one time.
Yeah, and it's still.
I mean, people who don't play games often. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you could, or even just add 1 or 2 in there. I think the game suggests maybe not using the cards, but then maybe using 2 on that next game or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to give this one a 7. I enjoy this. I think it's a lot of fun.
You're usually willing to play it.
I am usually willing to play this one. I think this is one that I could see introducing family to. This is one that would be a great con game for like having it set up for the table presence. Somebody kind of walks in, they're a little unsure about games. This is a great one to introduce them to and kind of bring them into the fold. So 7 from me, 5 from John. Tell people how they can get in touch with us.
If you're enjoying our channel, we would love for you to subscribe to it. Go to MeepleTownGames.com to check out all of our stuff. We're at MeepleTown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to MeepleTown. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at MeepleTown Games, and connect with us on the MeepleTown Guild, Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to MeepleTown.